Not well, as you can imagine. Mrs. Hart has come by or called every day for the last 2 weeks. She's beside herself, says she keeps calling the KC police, who assure her they're searching. But you don't think they are? I reply, unsure if Suzanne Ferguson knows it was Mrs. Hart, Dr. Catherine Hart, who called our newsroom early this morning with the tip. If they were looking seriously, I'd imagine we'd know something by now. I pause to let her words settle. Can you show me his room? She leads me down the sterile pastel green corridor. An eerie silence punctuated by intermittent whispers and the quiet whir of robotic delivery carts rolling through their rounds blankets the hall. Of course, she says, we now have a new guest occupying the room. The ancient man plugged into the respirator perches somewhere between sleep and death as we tiptoe in. The room is standard hospital design, with a bookshelf and a large painting of a sunset on the wall across from the bed. The sunrise is obviously long since past. I approach the window, softly unfasten the clasp, and lift. It opens about 6 inches before locking. Any chance he could have opened the window more than this? I whisper. Mr. Azadian, Benjamin Hart was at a very late stage of terminal cancer. He would have had a hard time just turning the clasp. Even if he did, he couldn't have opened the window any more than you just have. Can we talk outside? She follows me out. Could he still be here somewhere? Is there anywhere you might not have looked? I ask. We've scoured every inch of the facility. But if Benjamin Hart, University of Kansas Professor Emeritus of Microbiology, is not inside the hospice, where else might he possibly be, and how might he have gotten there? Exactly when did you notice he was missing? We know he went to bed after dinner on October 19th. When the nurse went in to check on him the next morning, he was gone. We searched the premises and couldn't find him. I presume you had a look at the surveillance feeds? I can't quite read the pained look on Suzanne Ferguson's face. We did, but... I perk up. But? There was a glitch in the program. Apparently there was a break in service for 2 hours that night, between 2 and 4 a.m. My mind pings a faint alert, and I take it there was no sign of Dr. Hart leaving his room before or after then. Yes. I pause a moment to think. Do these service breaks happen often? We had the same question. Our VP of Operations called Everguard, the surveillance camera monitoring company. They told her there wasn't a scheduled upgrade that night, but sometimes strange things can happen to the feeds. They said they'd look into it. It's clear from the look on her face they haven't heard back. These delivery carts going up and down the halls, don't they have sensors helping them get around? Wouldn't they be capturing images? I ask. They do, but they're docked for recharging that early in the morning. And wouldn't Professor Hart have been wearing a biosensor on his wrist? We found it in his bed. Another ping. Is that normal? We usually take them off when our guests are washing up, but no, it's not really that normal. My mind begins wrestling with the coincidences as I whisper the notes into the UD, universal device, on my wrist. How many exits does this facility have? Her eyes glance up as she counts in her head. 8. Can you show me? I note the position of nurses' stations as Suzanne Ferguson leads me around the building. It's at least conceivable someone could reach an exit without being seen. Are the exit doors locked? At night, from the outside. We never lock them on the inside because of fire regulations. Okay, I say, then whisper more observations into my UD. What more can you tell me about Professor Hart? People come here at their twilight, Mr. Azadian. We rarely get a glimpse of what they were like in their prime. He seemed quiet and contemplative, dignified, but there wasn't very much left. Did anything about him appear different before he disappeared? Not that we were aware of, but we only knew him during the 5 weeks he was here. Maybe the guy did just disappear, I think to myself. But I'm here. Digging is my job.